That's it. That's it. Let's go. Practice fast.
Welcome to Finsiders TV. Barry Buttel alongside Kim Bocamper. Dolphins getting set to face the Cowboys. Fourth and final preseason matchup. Cowboys Stadium. Fourth and final game. Usually you don't see much of the starters. This could be completely different.
The starters usually in there for four plays, and then they're out sitting on their helmets. But, after the way the Dolphins played on Friday, I think that Tony Sprono, really none too happy. He wants to find a rhythm in that offense. Like to see that defensive secondary shore up a little bit. So he may put his starters in there and play a little longer depending on how they play. If they don't get it going, well, they may play some extended time there. And you look at Dallas, Wade Phillips, he wasn't happy at all with his football team, the way they played against Houston. He's already said that his starters may play an extended period of time. So we may see one of those games where, hey, you watch these guys, and the team that plays best first may get their starters out, and who knows how long they'll go.
A little bit of motivation there. One guy that isn't going to play is Channing Crowder.
Yeah, a little disappointing. Channing and Carlos Dansby, you'd like to see those guys work together and get that communication going. They've got some of that work in early in training camp, but you'd like to see it in game situations. But, it's going to give Dobbins a chance to get in there, and then he got some extended playing time last week. He'll get some more this week, and you like to see him get that work in there. He's a special teams guy for you, but if he's called upon to play, this is good experience for him.
Yeah, Tim Dobbins steps in, and a guy that stepped in to kind of fill the gap special teams-wise for Tim is Micah Johnson.
I tell you what, I've been very impressed with Micah. In the first preseason game, he flashed and showed that he can make plays in the defensive set. I kind of kept an eye on him the last couple of games, and he has not disappointed me any time that he's got in there. So, not only is he getting time as a defender, again, anytime you get a linebacker, to me, linebacker means special teams. And if he's not a starter, as a special teams guy, I think Micah's going to get a lot of looks at special teams and really put himself in a pretty good position, if he plays well, to get a roster spot.
As a former first-round selection, you probably didn't have to sweat it out when it was counted to cut down date. But what's going through a lot of players' mind right now, having their maybe final shot at securing a roster spot in the NFL?
It's tough. I always felt for those guys throughout my career is that you see these guys, and at this point, look, they're all good players. Don't kid yourself. These guys are very, very good football players on this football team. And now all of a sudden, I know on a daily basis, we used to have guys every night, they'd go back in their room, they'd get the roster out, and they'd look in, out, and see where they fit in. And it's a kind of an excruciating thing to go for. But, you get this last game, and there are telltale signs. If you fourth game, sitting there at the end of the game and your uniform isn't sweaty, not a good sign for you. So there are a lot of different things going on in this game that those guys on the bubble really have going for them.
That'll do it for today. For Kim Bocamper, I'm Barry Buttel. Thanks so much for tuning in to Finsiders TV.